Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
We are still seeing light snow around the area, and it's making the drive home slippery for some of you. Here's Hutch with your No Wait weather planner. Hutch?
Thanks so much, Andrea. As we take a look at our Skycam, we do see some snowflakes here in the Fargo-Moorhead area. And there's enough to coat the roads with just a little bit of slippery out there. And it's also concealing and covering up some of the ice that still is around the area. So be cautious. Give yourself some extra time. Hutch doesn't think we're going to get a lot of snow, Andrea, but it's going to get cold. Our temperatures continue to fall. It's 14 now here. And warmer air is out to the east, where we still have some 20s in places like Detroit Lakes and Wadena. And look at the cool pool moving in. Devil's Lake right now, 3 whole balmy degrees. It's cold up north. Clear. Snowflakes aren't very heavy, but some limited accumulations around a ½ inch, maybe an inch in isolated places will be possible. And then the cold air moves in overnight. We're talking sub-zero temperatures and dangerous wind chills. Wind chill advisory posted for our northern counties. In Fargo tonight will slowly fall with clouds and light snow showers that will drift southward and end as we go through the overnight hours. In Grand Forks, that snow has ended. The clearing skies will move in and the plummeting temperatures will take place overnight. So be prepared for the cold to take hold. Here in a minute, we're going to discuss your weekend outlook, and we're going to talk about a storm system next week that is going to have impacts in many different ways here in the valley. Some snow, some wind, and some mighty cold air heading our way. Details in a few moments.
All right. Thank you, Hutch. This is video of a Moorhead man being arrested near Romkey Park just a couple hours ago after police responded to a call for a suspicious man around the MSUM campus around noon today. It's breaking news that we have been following for you all afternoon. 20-year-old Miguel Cooley Jr. was being called a federal fugitive by the U.S. Marshals Service and is now in the Cass County Jail, where he's being held on outstanding warrants of felon in possession of a handgun and possession of a stolen firearm. Valley News Team's Callie Hubbard was the first reporter on scene and has been out there since noon today. She joins us with the very latest. Callie?
Andrea, it was an adrenaline-packed afternoon for many living and traveling around Romkey Park. Now, this is the apartment complex right behind me that Miguel Cooley was arrested in just after 2 o'clock, around 2:30. Now, just after 12, we heard about a man who was running around the area with blood on his clothing. And multiple agencies set up a perimeter. We're out with assault rifles, canines, and shields going into the apartment complex. 2 hours later, he was finally arrested. I spoke with one resident, a neighbor living by, that says she was very confused, like many others around.
Well, not normal, but I'm not that surprised. I'm used to have like police cars stopping in front of the apartment. I just want to go now, hoping nothing happens.
And what we know right now is that he was taken to the Cass County Detention Center. We'll have more tonight and more updates throughout the night as well. For now, reporting live in South Moorhead, Callie Hubbard, Valley News Live.
All right. Thanks, Callie. We'll have more on Cooley's criminal history coming up on Valley News Live, 10 at 10. A male and female are now in custody after a high-speed chase through several counties in the Northern Valley. Police say it started around 2:30 this morning when they tried to stop the driver, but he went to the interstate going faster than 100 miles per hour. He then went into Trail County, where one of his tires was deflated. Then he hit the interstate again, going toward Reynolds. Police were able to deflate all tires and arrest both people. Officials say 41-year-old Justin Armstrong of Grand Forks and his passenger, 24-year-old Miranda Falcon, face multiple charges. A search continues for a stolen van that led police on a high-speed chase on I-94 from Fargo into Moorhead. Scanner traffic indicates the vehicle in question is a purple Plymouth minivan with license plates 237LJZ. We have confirmed the driver is wanted on multiple warrants. The initial call for the stolen vehicle came in around 8 a.m. and since then, police have lost it. The Clay County Sheriff's Office and Fargo working together to try to identify the people in the car. Local police say so far 7 people have been scammed out of hundreds of dollars in a new scheme hitting the metro. Police say scammers are posting online ads for tickets to this weekend's Jason Aldean concert at the Fargo Dome, only to leave people empty-handed and out of money. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley talked with some of the victims today who say they never thought this would happen to them.
They were supposed to be a surprise gift for her birthday.
Didn't end up getting the tickets, got a surprise himself.
And like 6 other victims, they say the man behind the text seemed legit, telling them he would send tickets through StubHub or Ticketmaster if they sent money through Apple Pay or Zelle.
He sent the money and never got the tickets. The guy stopped answering his phone calls and text messages.
Both West Fargo and Fargo police are now looking into the case and say you're always taking a risk when buying from third-party sites and people.
If you are going to go to these other sites such as Craigslist, be very cautious. Anytime they're asking you to transfer money before you've actually seen the tickets, that's a big risk that you're taking.
Say no to Craigslist. It sucks because people do sell things honestly on there, but you'd never know.
Chief Yankee says if you're still going to use those sites, to meet ahead of time with the seller to verify the tickets are actually there.
And if you're going to meet someone on any online transaction, do so in a safe place.
And Hoffner says she's not letting the scammer rain on her parade, saying she and her husband are still going to this weekend's concert.
And I don't even honestly care if I get my money back. I just want this bleepity bleep caught and put an end to it.
In West Fargo, Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
The Better Business Bureau recommends verifying your tickets before handing out any cash. We have a list of places you can do that. Just download our Valley News Live app and click on this story. A federal ban on certain flavored e-cigarette cartridges goes into effect today. Last month, the FDA announced companies must stop manufacturing, distributing, and selling most of the flavored cartridge-based e-cigarettes. Tobacco or menthol are the only 2 flavored cartridges still allowed in stores. The FDA is giving businesses time to comply with the ban. It says it will wait until after May 12th to issue punishments against companies that don't comply. President Trump is taking a victory lap 1 day after the Senate voted largely along party lines to acquit him on 2 articles of impeachment. Katherine Johnson has more from the White House.
This is what the end result is.
President Trump gathered his supporters at the White House for what he said was not a speech, but a celebration.
They took a phone call that was a totally appropriate call. I call it a perfect call because it was. And they brought me to the final stages of impeachment. It's called total acquittal.
The president solicited praise for his lawyers and congressional Republicans. And he took swipes at the Democrats.
Adam Schiff is a vicious, horrible person. Nancy Pelosi is a horrible person.
He singled out Republican Senator Mitt Romney, who crossed party lines and voted to convict on abuse of power.
The president is guilty of an appalling abuse of public trust.
We had 1 failed presidential candidate. That's the only half a vote we lost.
The president also took swipes at Romney and House Speaker Pelosi at the Bipartisan National Prayer Breakfast, an event that's usually non-political.
I don't like people who use their faith as justification for doing what they know is wrong. Nor do I like people who say, I pray for you, when they know that that's not so.
He's talking about things that he knows little about.
Afterwards, the House Speaker hit back.
No matter what he says or whatever headlines he wants to carry around, you're impeached forever.
Pelosi also praised Romney, saying God bless him for his courage. Katherine Johnson, CBS News, the White House.
Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer lashed out at the president's White House remarks, saying they were, quote, filled with mistruths and profanity. Prank calls to the Iowa caucus hotline may have jammed the phone lines. The hotline number was reportedly posted on a fringe internet message board Monday night, along with encouragement to, quote, clog the lines. An Iowa Democratic Party official confirmed an influx of calls from, quote, supporters of President Trump who called to express their displeasure with the Democratic Party. The Trump campaign denied any affiliation with people clogging phone lines. Snow tunnels and luges have made their way to Island Park in Fargo for the 3rd year in a row. Today was the first day kids could start crawling through PVC pipes and culverts or slip and slide down the snow luge, which is made with packed snow and sprayed down with water. That and the tunnels are free to the public, and you can use them during park hours. The Rolling Stones are returning to the Twin Cities this spring. The legendary British rock band will bring their No Filter tour to US Bank Stadium on May 16th. Tickets for the Saturday night show are slated to go on sale February 14th. The last time the Stones were in the Twin Cities was in 2015 when the band played TCF Bank Stadium.